Alright guys, time for another update deck profile for my UAs. This is the post-core UA. It's really fun. I really like it. It's awesome. So get ready, sports fans. Let's do it. Alright guys, this is going to be another really quick update video. It's not going to be a full deck profile, so I'm not going to go in depth on every single card and what they do, because I think you guys all know what UAs do at this point. So let's get started. First off, we have one UA Dreadnought Dunker. Basically, he's kind of the boss monster of the deck anymore, then he gets clogged. Same thing with Blockbacker, you don't want to run more than one. Sometimes I like to play Rival Rebounder at 2, I normally do. However, it's kind of tight in the deck, so we figured let's just play one for now, and we'll see how it goes. Then we got one UA Goalkeeper. He's another card you would never run more than one of. He comes in handy when he comes in handy, and sometimes he's dead, so you play one. Mighty Slugger is a card I tend to like it too as well, but again, for room, we drop him down to 1, but we still run 2 Perfect Ace because you really want to see him. You know, you don't want to always have to search him. Next up, we got 2 Heroic Challenger Assault Halberds, basically like the Cyber Dragon, but a warrior road target. You can use this for tribute fodder, and if you do some piercing damage, you can actually search 1,000 Blades down here, so you can kind of get some hand advantage out of it. Next up is we got Performage Trick Clown. Alright, we got a little bit of a Clown Blade thing going on. Basically, it's just to keep the rank 4 engine going and give us some good ace discard fodder. Next up is Damage Juggler. Damage Juggler is kind of nice. If we don't open very well, we don't want to take a big hit, so he's kind of neat. And if you pitch him with ace, you can banish him from the graveyard and search your Trick Clown. So basically, it gives you like a good free ace negate. It's really nice. And then we got, again, like I said before, the 1,000 Blades, the other half of the Clown Blade engine. You need 1 and 1. That's it. It works really well. Don't mess with it. Next up, we got the 3 UA midfielder to round up the UAs. You need this at 3. I wish we had another level 4, but we don't. And then we got 2 Summoner Monks. Basically, this kind of is supposed to help us get the Clown Blade engine moving because we don't have Lavalval Chain anymore. And we play enough spells for it to be valid. Okay, and then we got 1 Regeki to blow up stuff. 3 Rhoda, because we have tons of targets. 3 Signing Deal, because it's probably the best search card in the deck. 2 Terraforming. I dropped this down to 2 because it was a room thing. Then we got 1 Monarch Stormforth. This works really well because we still run a mess of 1 Tributes. So at least keeping one of these in the deck is probably ideal. 1 Powered Jersey. It wins games. I'd like to run it more, but we don't have the room. 3 UA Stadium. You need this card for the deck to even function, so there's really no reason to play it anything less than 3. Alright, and the next up we got 3 Chicken Game. Basically, it's another field card, so it's searchable by Terraforming, and it's a draw card. Upstart was in here before, but Upstart can kind of screw with your OTKs, especially with your UA Power Jersey, so this kind of helps. And then we got 3 Royal Decree. We don't like traps. We don't play many traps, so we play Royal Decree. And last up, we got UA Penalty Box, a great Battle Trap, and a great Ace Fodder. And then basically the extra deck is just a rank 4 toolbox with a couple of the warrior guys in here. I got a couple of rank 7s just in case. I mean, I don't think we'll ever really run into a situation where we can actually make these, because you'd have to have like both these guys on board, and like that'd be very rare that that'd ever be a good play. But you know, they're in here just in case. Anything of note that's really cool is probably your Performance Trapeze Magician. You can make this with 2 spellcasters, so you can make this with Summoner Monk and your Trick Clown or Damage Juggler. He can target 1 other monster on the field, and that monster can attack twice. We can get some OTKs with this. Problem is, the monster can be destroyed in the battle phase. However, if you use your midfielder to bounce the thing that was targeted by Performage Trapeze Magician, it will dodge that destruction effect. So there is some synergy here. I've yet to actually play the damn thing, but in theory it should work pretty well. Because that way we can get like Dreadnought Dunker to do double damage and pop 2 cards, which is really what we want for him to do, and we don't actually have to have the jersey, which, yes, it's searchable, but it's not always at our disposal like an XYZ monster is. So it's something I've been trying out. I think it might be good if I could actually ever get it off, so we'll see. Alright guys, that was the update. Now let's do some replays. Alright, this first one's up against like Seraph Shadal's. I would have saved this duel for last, being it's probably the best deck I played, but I also just completely obliterated him in like 2 turns, so it really wasn't a good final duel match. Especially because he does the super dangerous play of setting a Star Seraph Scepter. I think it was because he drew into like a bunch of them. He had a really weird, awful hand, let's be real here. So I get hit by that Ring of D, and I'm like, you know what? I don't really care. I can dump an absurd amount of damage on the board, and I didn't even get, like, Power Jersey. Next up is against Spellbooks. I thought this was going to be a better game. But, nah. I didn't really open very well, so I decided, like, you know what? Let's do something crazy and just open Exciton Knight and just do nothing else. So he does a bunch of stuff. He does spellbook stuff, searches a bunch of spellbooks, plays a bunch of cards, which was completely strange that he did that, because then I just blew up his entire field, which, you know, that was pretty dumb of him. So, you know, maintaining some hand advantage with my juggler, and let's just get more rank 4 stuff going, because we might as well, right? So set that Royal Decree, get some piercing damage in, get the Thousands Blades. Okay, he's just doing stuff. Some 19. Get Kergorgon out. I figured Kergorgon would help me maybe redirect some interesting spell stuff, like spellbooks. However, he didn't even let me really play. Like, he played this thing, then realized that he couldn't win, so he just quit. These are short, so we'll do 4 today instead of 3 like we normally do. This next one's against Yusenju. This was actually kind of a longer duel. I think because I kind of misplay here at the beginning. I decided to opt for getting a midfielder instead of getting Stadium, because I could only get one or the other. And I figured midfielder would probably be better, and I think it kind of bit me in the butt, because I never really got a good... I don't think I ever got one for a while. So I was kind of playing without Stadium, which was kind of a problem. However, I had a diverse enough collection of UAs in my hand, so it kind of didn't really matter. Oh my god, this thing drove me nuts. I actually didn't have a good answer to this stupid thing. Without Slugger, I really can't get rid of it, which is a big pain in the butt. This Yosiju Oyam. At first I thought it was once per turn, so I was like, oh, I'll just attack with my weak guy. Then I attack with this, and it changes attack again. And I was like, wait, you can do it more than once? And I was like, I read it again. I was like, oh, it's the first effect that's only once per turn. I was like, and then he just sits on this thing for, like, ever. It's so obnoxious, and he 7 tools me. Ugh. So he just sits on this dumb thing, and I can't really do anything about it. So I finally get my Stadium, and then I have nothing in my hand. Ugh. So I had to swing at this thing just for the hell of it. Starts doing Yusenju stuff, goes on the offensive, crashes into my rebounder for some reason. Recursiveness. He's wide open. Ew. And I hit him for game. We're going to ignore the fact that I could have just killed him with infielders. And last but not least, this one's against a Blue Eyes deck. Probably not as good as Ryan's. So I decided to just set the 1,000 Blades in the Royal Decree and see what happens. I was like, ooh, Blue Eyes. Nice. Against any other deck, that Blue Eyes Maiden can be a problem. But nah, bro. Just see what he does. Alright, he says the Keeper of the Shrine. I got my Terraforming, which was godsend. So I was like, alright, I need myself a Slugger, because Slugger can get around that thing. Pachoo! Bounce damage. So look, I already got my Clown Blade engine all set up. It's freaking great. No! No, I'll just have to Clown Blade the shit out of you. Watch this. Da 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 da. All the advantage. Achoo! Blow it up. Yeah! Whatever, who cares? Oh, I get a boost. Alright guys, that was the deck and duels. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I really love this deck. I will always play this deck, even if we don't get any more support. Let's hope we do. At the very least, let's get Lavolval Chain back, because my Clown Blade engine works really well on the deck. It would let us get to Lavolval Chain, who would let us pitch more parts of the Clown Blade to get our rank 4 engine really, really rolling. And if we had more than one Lavolval Chain, or if we let our Lavolval Chain, we let Lavolval Chain live for another turn, we could totally pitch Penalty Box, and that would be great, because when Penalty Box hits the graveyard, and you could banish it, and you could search the spells, it'd be crazy consistent. It's a damn shame we can't do it. But yeah, if you guys want to leave comments down below about lamenting the loss of Lavolval Chain, or comments for the deck, or suggestions for a new deck, just, you know, let me know. I'd be really curious to know what you guys think. And remember, if you don't troll the meta, who will? I will see you guys next time.